U.S. Treasury Department targets Iranian-Russian network it says has sought to bolster Bashar al-Assad's government. The United States has announced new sanctions against individuals and entities it says belong to an Iranian-Russian network that has sent millions of barrels of oil to Syria as part of a bid to bolster Bashar al-Assad's government. 6 individuals and 3 entities are subject to the new sanctions, the U.S. Treasury Department said in a statement Tuesday. The department accused the Iranian government of working with Russian companies to provide the oil to the Assad government, which in turn sends hundreds of millions of dollars to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Quds Force. The Quds Force then funnels the money to Hamas and Hezbollah, the U.S. Treasury said. Today we are acting against a complex scheme Iran and Russia have used to bolster the Assad regime and generate funds for Iranian malign activity, U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said in the statement. Read more. U.S. sanctions may have limited effect on Iran's economy. Syrian citizen Mohammed Amir al-Chwiki and his Russia-based company, Global Vision Group, are among the individuals and entities targeted by Tuesday's sanctions. Syrian national Haji Abd al-Nasir, Lebanon national Mohammed Qasim al-Bazil and Russian national Andrei Dogayev, as well as Iranian nationals Rasul Sajjad and Hossein Yahubi Miab are among the sanctioned individuals, the statement said. The targeted individuals and entities will have their assets frozen by the sanctions on U.S. citizens are also prohibited from doing business with them. U.S. sanctions on Iran's oil sector. The new sanctions come less than a month after the U.S. reimposed wide-reaching economic sanctions on Tehran, which U.S. President Donald Trump's administration says aim to pressure Iran to abandon its nuclear program and rein in its support for groups fighting in other conflicts in the Middle East. The U.S. sanctions, which came into effect on the 5th of November, targeted Iran's oil industry, petroleum sales and transport activities. They also affect the country's shipping and port operations, and banking transactions carried out by the National Iranian Oil Company and the Central Bank of Iran. The U.S. provided waivers to 8 jurisdictions to be able to continue importing Iranian oil after the sanctions came into effect, while Trump has said he intends to gradually impose restrictions on Tehran's oil industry in order to stave off a jump in global oil prices. On Tuesday, Iran's Minister of Defense said the country would breeze through the U.S. sanctions that were reimposed at the beginning of the month. We see that great works are being done in the country day by day, the minister, Brigadier General Amir Hattam said, as reported by Iran's state news outlet IRNA.